What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another week of the PGA Tour. I am with the man Sheets over here, who has obviously been a lot better than I have at golf this year. So we're going to let him make the tough decisions, but we are going to go through our normal favorite plays by position, and then we're going to try and pick our winners and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm psyched. It was a little bit of a different type of slate last week. They had the team thing,
Right.
So I'm psyched to get back to the normal slate using my normal process. And I will tell you overall that where I've been able to find just like huge like standout locks that I was locking in. It's a little harder for me the way I do it this week. Do have a couple though. I do have a couple of guys that I'm going to be pretty overweight on, but there's not like that guy that like I'm just all over. But we'll go through that as we get to it. And again, the way I'm doing it is I'm just going to be a stickler for ownership. If it's like even close in my head between guys, I'm just literally tossing the guy with higher ownership. So when I go through, if I say, I just don't like this guy, it's not necessarily because I'm not going to like him. It's just because I'm not going to play him. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do. So you want to start with the 10Ks and up?
Yeah. Let's do it. Why don't you let me get us going, and then I'll
sure. So the only guys I really have, I don't have any interest in Hovland or Casey. The guys that I'm between are JT, Dustin Johnson, and Patrick Reed. And despite the fact that, from what I heard, this course is very conducive to guys that can scramble around, and Patrick Reed is apparently like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be my least favorite of those three. I am really between JT and Dustin Johnson all the way at the top as my top plays over this range. And I do like them both. I do like Justin Thomas and I do like Dustin Johnson. So, I think both of their ownerships are pretty in check. I don't think either of them are going to be like over 20%. So I have no problem playing either of them. I think that they're both probably about 15% owned, and I'm going to have a decent amount of, I should say a decent amount. I like them both a decent amount. I don't know how the builds are how much I'm going to get there in the builds, but I definitely like JT and Dustin Johnson a decent amount.
Yeah, I feel the same. I guess we're going over 11K right now because it's 10.
I addressed the 10Ks too.
Oh, you did? Okay, all good.
Yeah, I said I didn't like any of the 10. I didn't like Casey. I didn't like Hovland, and Reed. I just didn't like quite as much.
Yeah, so I agree that the JT and DJ would be the top guys for me, but I don't think that's anything new. And I do think they're going to actually have a little bit more ownership this week. I really like Sungjae, and I like Answer a little bit.
Wait, so we're doing over 9K?
Oh, am I on? You know what I messed up with?
You're on last week?
I'm on FanDuel.
Oh.
I'm reading my FanDuel plays. That's the problem. So that's why I was confused. Yeah, so I like a DJ and JT. Then those are the guys who stand out to me, and I don't think I'm going to be playing anybody else over 10K.
Just because you mentioned it, I would say that I did do my FanDuel runs too. Mm-hmm. My FanDuel ones, you really do, and you do want to play these top guys. They make it easy for you. I mean. And you should probably do it. So I'm going to play either JT or Dustin Johnson over there. I do like both of them. But we're not going to talk about FanDuel.
Yeah. I mean, you can always drop in if there's something.
Yeah, I'll drop something. Okay, so let's. You want to talk about over 9K?
Yeah. So Sungjae and Russell Henley are my favorites, with Answer right there, and then. I'm always a sucker for Scheffler, but I kind of want to keep riding this Neiman thing. He's the other one I have, but Henley, and Answer are my favorites.
So
Corey Connors is a great play, but like talk about chalk, that guy might be the highest owned player on the slate.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I was going to say. So 4 of my 10 plays are all, or 5 of them are all in the 9K range, but it's a question of ownership. So like Connors is my favorite play above 9K, but he's gonna be so high owned, I might end up with 0 of him. You know what I mean? Like, or at the very least, I might have to just only with other just low owned guys. I will also, by the way, I will say that as much as he gets owned in DK, he still never gets owned in the betting markets. I bet him at 25-1 to win this. Just to let you guys know. But I don't think I'm going to play him. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to play him that much on DraftKings.
I'm surprised he's 25-1. That's a good bet. I like that.
I do like him, but at 15%, I'm just trying to be a little bit of a stickler. I do like Henley, again, about 15-20%. He's fine. And then Neiman, I like a little bit too. I think I like Neiman, given ownership, actually pretty much the same, and Answer also. So I basically agree with everything you said. I like Answer. I like Neiman. I like Im. I like Henley. Literally, those exact guys are my top 9K guys, with the exception of Connor's going to be really chalky. So I'll give the full authority for you guys to play any of those guys.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm same page here. 8K range. It's kind of annoying because now Justin Rose, you have to play a fairly chalky-ish, because I actually like Justin Rose here. Obviously looked really good last time out, and I think he was 0.5% owned, because I had him like 4% or something. He was literally like the lowest. He was 7,200, I think, too. I like Justin Rose a little bit. I'm not getting to as much here as I normally would. Homa, Tringale, and Kokrak are my other guys, but I don't love it. I don't feel obsessed with any of them, except for I do kind of like Homa. You know me, I'm a sucker for Homa.
I'm not, even though he's rates decent for me, I'm not going to play Kirk at 20%. Even though he plays rates decent for me, I'm not going to play Kokrak at 22%, but he certainly, or 21%, he certainly looks fine. Tringale, we're getting more towards the ownership, but then he's rating a little worse. I mean, this is as I mentioned in the prelim for this, very few just guys that, remember, like in the past, I would say, okay, this guy is like my third top guy, and he's like only 8%. I was able to pound him. They're kind of like making it harder for me a little bit. My top play in this range, given ownership, given everything, is either the guy that you mentioned, Homa, but probably Taylor Gooch. So that's where I'm going to go in the 8K. And it's not like he's a lock or anything like that. I might end up with only 30%. I'm not going to lock him in or anything like that. He's probably my top play given everything else, but he's certainly, of like the guys that I just mentioned, it's probably also the weakest play, right? In pure ability to eclipse his price, but just because of the ownership discount, I think I just like him the best. That's where I'm at.
I like it. I'm in. All right. 7K range. So now
I got something for you.
Okay, I got something for you too. So do you want to go, or you go first?
You can go first, because I'm sure maybe it's the same guy.
You know who I'm going to say. I'm going to say Sam Burns for one thing.
I should have known that.
And it actually is a good Sam Burns spot. You know what's crazy is I'm glad that I didn't play last week, but I would have been really upset that I didn't play if Horschel and Sam Burns would have won that tournament.
Oh, I know. I gave that out too.
0% chance I wouldn't have had all of my lineups with Horschel and Burns. Those are just my kind of guys. But anyway, so Keegan Bradley, Sam Burns are my favorites, along with Streelman. And at the bottom end of the 7K range, sorry, it's a huge range, so I'm trying to go through it all. Lanto Griffin,
like that.
Denny McCarthy, and Doug Gim.
The thing is you wouldn't have won last week with the Horschel and Burns. You want to know why?
No, they didn't win. Sorry.
No, it's not even that, because I played them too. Because I did a little video on that one. But the other guys that you would have had, who I had too, because this is right up your alley too, who just totally blew up, was freaking. There was a pair of Morikawa and Matty Wolf. And
oh my God, I would have gone for that. Yeah.
They were like 8 over or something like that. So you can't win them all. So one of my top plays on the slate is Kevin Streelman. That's my big one. He'll be my highest owned golfer. The combination of his ownership and where he stands on my ratings makes it so. Then another guy who I actually gave out in this range last time we did this video, who also is good for me, is Lucas Glover at 7,700. Then the next guy I have is Cam Davis at 7,500. And then we'll go down to the guys we played before, like John Hutt, 7K. That's pretty cheap actually for him. Doug Gim. By the way, Hutt and Gim were paired last week, and they were optimal, I think, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I like Hutt, I like Gim. I like the guy you mentioned, Griffin, and two other guys in the 7K range I will throw in are Charles Howell and you mentioned Lance Griffin. Yeah, I think you mentioned Lance Griffin. So Lance, and Tom Hoagie. So that would be those are other guys. So, but my favorite guy, probably on the slate, given everything else, is probably going to be Streelman.
Streelman, I love it. I love it.
You know what? I hate to do this.
What?
I had another 9K guy. That's going to be like lower owned than I might have thought. I just want to throw it in there. Is Scottie Scheffler? I didn't mention him.
Yeah, I know. I thought about that one too. Yeah, I kind of.
Again, this is a chaos theory curing cancer. The guy who wins 100,000 because I remember to give out Scheffler, and he wins the 100,000. Then he parlays that into a business that cures cancer in 20 years. I like it.
Can I ask you why we're totally off of Patton Kizzire because he had one bad week?
I don't know.
I'm just curious because
I just don't have him.
Really solid all season, and I was just wondering if it was any.
Hey, it's golf. Anything can happen. No one's gonna play him.
And one other guy I didn't mention. Am I reaching with Henrik Stenson?
Probably. You know, it's funny because that was the one guy that I almost don't want to mention because I'm just not going to play him because I just don't ever play a guy like this. But Ian Poulter actually shows up as a decent play for me. Mm-hmm. And he's going to be like 0% owned. I just never play guys like that. And that's where I'm at with Henrik Stenson too, I think.
Okay, that's fair.
But yeah, I have no reason. You like anybody under 7K? I like two guys.
With it, Sheets.
I got three.
What?
I got actually four guys under 7K, and one of them we play all the time.
All right, who you got?
So we got Chase Seifert.
Chase Seifert, yeah, that's what I was going to say. That one.
We got I got Martin Laird. I got James Hahn, and I got Ryan Moore.
James Hahn, Ryan Moore. What about? He started playing a little bit better.
Okay.
Doc Redman.
I don't hate it.
It's you're going to get zero ownership. I mean, I should say better. Like he's had moments where he's looked more like, a guy who we started seeing more of last year. I know it feels gross, but I do have a tiny bit of interest.
I have a Rick play.
Okay.
Another guy I just can't do. But you. I only bring it up because it's the guy he never does.
What is going on?
And the guy you played before. I can't do it. But I don't know what Phil Mickelson's price is.
Oh.
He's 7,200.
Okay.
I just forgot to mention it. Apparently he's been playing much better off with the driver recently, and that was been his downfall for the last year. And there was some pattern where he had the same type of like trend going into the last time he won something, which is a couple of years ago. So I'll just throw that out there. It's not my thing, but Rick's the man, so I will throw that out there for him.
All right, I like it.
And that's pretty much it. So let's go through the thing. So first we're gonna do this is the True DFS grind game, right? It's gonna be who is going to win the tournament.
Okay, so my winner, I'm going to take JT. I like Ian Johnson, but I'm going to take JT.
Okay, then I will take Dustin Johnson.
Okay.
Who is under 10K that's going to finish top 5?
I'm going to go with Sungjae.
Okay, so to avoid the Connors chalk and to make up for my misstep before, I am going to just make up for that by going Scottie Scheffler.
Okay. That means I have to get some more of them because you know the rule. I got to
that's right.
Wait these guys.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we at now? 8K, 10?
No, under 9K, it's got to finish top 10.
I know he's a little bit further down, but I'm gonna take my Sam Burns.
I'm not doing that. I am going to go with Cameron Tringale.
Okay, Tringale. I didn't expect that after before.
We're gonna go Cameron Tringale.
Let me make sure.
It was going to be Gooch, but it's going to be Cameron Tringale.
Okay. And then what are we at here?
So now we need under 8K to get top 20, I think. That was easy.
I know you. I know. You know what? I'm gonna go with Gim.
Oh, I like that. And I'm gonna just remind everybody that we both really like this guy. I'm gonna go with Streelman.
I love it. Yep, I already have him noted.
And give me an under 7K guy to make the cut. Your favorite of the guys maybe we mentioned, I don't know, or somebody different.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, you actually mentioned him, but I'll say Chase Seifert.
And I will go just because this guy's a little safer, I think, than the other guys you mentioned is Ryan Moore. So I will come with Ryan Moore.
Ryan Moore. Oh wow, I didn't actually note him, so I'm gonna note him. All right, I think that we're good to go, right?
We're good, man. Let's get it.
Let's go make some money this weekend, guys. Good luck to everybody out there, and we'll talk to you we'll see you at the top of the leaderboards, and we'll talk to you in Discord.
All right.